What it do, snackers, snackettes, and snack X's? It's your boy Gage. I am here with jokes,
Yo,
and
yo.
you are now tuned in to Loading Snacks Weekly, where we get together once a week and we talk about things happening in pop culture. And
Today,
today, I'm gonna allow jokes to discuss K-pop Demon Hunters, to discuss Demon Slayer, the Infinity Castle. I guess if that leads us because of K-pop Demon Hunters in the Fortnite, we might have to talk about Power Rangers. I don't know,
I think we
man.
do.
This might be a real jokes heavy episode.
I like the sound of that.
I bet you do, Scrappy. Um, First jokes, you got a job to do.
Yeah, there.
If you could get the link up for everyone who is hanging out in the chat. What up, Doctor Who?
Yo, yo.
Always a pleasure to have you hanging out with us on a lovely Tuesday night. Andrew. What up, Andrew? Hope you're doing well as well. Jokes, you got that link fired up?
Yep, it is actually taking its sweet time right now to
Little bit of
show up.
struggle bus.
All right, there we start on there.
There it is. There it is. I mean, I see it. At least it's on Facebook. Jokes. Last week, yourself, Noah, Gabby, Marcus, you all went to see Demon Slayer.
Yes, we did.
Infinity Castle in the theater. Let's see. What is Doctor Who talking about? Let's see. Doctor Who said, I am having the hardest time going back to the One Piece eyes purple crying. Why though? Why are you having a hard time? What's up, Heather? Good to see you. Hey, Nana. Nana says hello, my dears. How are you?
What's up? Oof.
Doctor Who said we keep freezing. Is
Try
anybody else
that.
having that issue? She's gonna leave and come back. Jokes. You know, I don't really anime. Okay. I do have a love for it. I have a lot of respect for it. It's not at the top of my to-do list. Okay. Generally ever. Every now and again there's a little something that but Frosty said the comfiest sweater is present this evening. It is a very comfy. I'm so wrapped up. Yeah, I don't really do the animes these days unless it's a movie
type of thing. Yep.
But Demon Slayer has been in the zeitgeist for quite some time, and you know, I know that the movie coming to the theater was a big deal. We talked about it last week. I told you I expected a full review, and I do. Not a review that is designed to convince me, but a review for the people who it would matter to most, right? So, give me the rundown. Talk to me about Demon Slayer Infinity Castle.
Got it. So, just the base overview initially. So, this is the beginning.
No, Doctor Who.
Solo leveling is excellent.
Doctor Who says solo leveling is good. Wait.
It's excellent.
All right, look. Let me get something out of the way. My issue with anime has nothing to do with whether or not the shows are good or not, whether the premises are good or not. Because more often than not, realistically, what it is that the premises are just ridiculous, and that kind of works. It can work, but it is the format of the shows that really is a problem for me. It makes them difficult for me to watch because I feel like more often than not, anime does not respect me as a viewer. I just there's there's just too much talking. Like I just don't need you to explain to me what's happening when something is happening. Like it just pulls me out of the moment, out of the scenario. And if you've been hanging out with here long enough, you know that like suspension of disbelief is for me like the most important part of telling any story. And oftentimes I feel like the inner monologues that come from characters when something is happening, middle of a fight, middle of a volleyball match, but like whatever it is, the inner monologues throw me off. It makes me feel like they don't respect that I'm smart enough to figure out what's happening. Like I don't really necessarily need you to tell me that the person is moving way faster than anybody else you've ever seen move all the time. Like we're past it. Like if you've seen enough anime, you know that's what's happening. And so I just feel like, unfortunately, the genre has not grown up with the people who watch it. And I feel like there needs to be like, this is starter anime, and in starter anime they do this. But generally in like movies and OVAs, they don't do any of that. They're not nickel and diming your time. Because that's the other thing that happens.
You get in there.
Anime TV shows is that they are specifically nickel and diming your time. They are showing you a freeze frame of something that's happening and then using 30 seconds of somebody explaining to you in their head, their monologue of what's happening. What's up, Jones? And it's really just to extend the time and to cheapen the cost of the animation. And that feels like it just feels like a waste of my time. And it feels disrespectful. I've been watching TV for a long time. I've been watching animation for a long time. And every kind of show you could possibly have. I don't care if it's magic, if it's kung fu, if it's war. I've seen it all.
Got a little chunk of everything.
If there is something you need to explain to me, you are doing something very new, and I'm all in. But rarely is anyone doing anything very new. And so it ruins it for me. And so like movies, they're great because they get in, they don't waste your time, they get out, and they just make more sense to me. So
I understand.
I'm gonna go back, and before you get into this, we have to address Andrew saying he watched the K-pop on Apple TV Plus. Listen, I refuse to give my money to Apple so that I could watch it, but I have been watching at least the final products on stage because they've been posting them all on YouTube and they're all on their Instagrams and all that kind of stuff. And man, I'll be honest, man, I think they're pretty bad. Like I don't think this show in any way does any kind of justice to what K-pop actually is like and what they can really do. And I think they chose some of the worst artists for these K-pop artists to do music with because, man, even though a lot of them are artists I love, they're generally not relevant. So I just don't know. I'm not sure who that show was for. I can't figure out who their target audience was. Boyz II Men and Kesha and Patti LaBelle? Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I can't figure out what they were trying to do. I think if they'd have kind of kept it a little more along the lines of like Megan Thee Stallion. My daughter and I talked about this the other day. Like, if they had kept it a little more along the lines of like Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat, maybe Ariana. Like, if they stayed kind of in that right, like Tate McRae. Even if they, like if they kind of kept it there, I could maybe see it. But right now, it's not doing it for me, and it certainly isn't doing enough to make me be like, I should watch them practice for this because what I've seen of it, Vanilla Ice, I don't know. I wanted to be excited about it, and then I wasn't excited about it. So, jokes.
Yeah,
I apologize. Demon Slayer. Let's talk about
Demon Slayer. So, to kind of just give everyone the general overview. So, this is the first movie of the final arc of the Demon Slayer series. Um, I'm sure they're going to animate this into the series form, whatever. But um, without going super deep into it, just to give you something happens at the end of the season. The majority of the Demon Slayer core now ends up in the lair of the demons. That's the easiest way I can say it. And
Okay.
things just go left and right throughout the entire thing. Um, as far as the story, like I think the story was pretty good. Um, I know the main gripe that a lot of people have with it and going to see it. There's a lot of flashbacks because they got to tell some backstories to really get you in the feels. And I will say they do
Is that for people who are not caught up, or is that for people? Or
no,
is that just
that's to
because?
get just because like some of the demons, they have these different ranks to give you like, hey, here's your highest tier demon, your middle tier. Like they all have different ranks, but you never. Some of them you don't really learn, how they became a demon, why they became a demon, whatever happened to it. So a lot of the backstories
Okay.
that you see explain a lot of that, and in doing
Okay.
so, I guess the word, like we said, it kind of humanizes some of the demons, like to the point where it's just like, damn, like this is why you like that. Like they do a very good job at executing on
Okay.
that. Um, Demon Slayer already looked amazing. Just the colors, the way things are drawn. But when you take that and now throw that on an IMAX screen,
Mm.
it goes even beyond what you could even think of. Um, I couldn't imagine not watching this on an IMAX screen. If it wasn't on IMAX, I would have watched it either way. But
Right.
being able to
What up,
see,
KB?
especially one just seeing anime on the big screen is just it's an amazing thing. Like we've come a very long way. Some
Yeah.
from Pokemon, Studio Ghibli movies, which are still coming back out in theaters to show. Um, we've just hit a different plateau when it comes time for like these anime movies being shown on the big screen. And Demon Slayer, I think, is one of those that takes the ball and is able to run with it a lot further than others for it. Um,
Why is that?
essentially,
Is it because of the animation? Is it the action? Is it
the
just
the
like is
animation,
it just the characters? Like what's the
it's a combination. So the animation already, like the vibrant colors that you get to
Mhm.
see, like from the different special moves that the Slayers are actually, or the Demon Hunter. Geez, dog, is so hard to get these mixed up now. Um, that they move, like the colors
not the
just
Demon Hunters?
dog. It's dog. I'm just all over my. The colors just pop so
KB
well.
said Infinity Castle on IMAX went crazy.
The colors pop
I
so well.
believe it.
The music behind fight scenes, stories being told, everything just melds so well together to give you this complete product that they presented for it.
Mm.
If you have favorite characters, I will tell you in the movie, a lot of your favorite characters probably got their moment of shine in here at some point in time in some shape or fashion. They made
Mhm.
sure that people weren't going to be let down by that. If you, first of all, you can't go, don't go see this if you haven't watched the rest of it. Like I, I know Kay went and saw it, even though he only got through like the first season. I feel like you won't necessarily get Kay's a special. Like
Here's the
we
thing.
know how.
I sent Kay a video. I sent Kay a video that was a breakdown. It was like 27 hours of Demon Slayer in like 37 minutes. It was like a
Okay,
full breakdown of everything that happened so that he could be caught up when
to
he went to
get it
see the movie
ready.
because I knew he wanted to see the movie so bad and I knew that he was behind and he had no idea what was going on. So I sent him that video so that he could like get himself ready.
Ready.
I didn't watch it. I assume it was good. I don't know. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter to me. Which I'm perfectly happy not being excited about this. I have plenty to be excited about. I'm perfectly happy not being excited about this. However, I feel like I'm always excited whenever something that feels like one of our things
Is
is
out
getting
there.
like
It's like
a
that
major, like
shine,
yeah,
that
it's
pump.
having like a
Yeah.
major event. Like it's. I feel like even people who don't care about football, they get it when the Super Bowl is coming.
Super
You know what I
Bowl
mean? Like,
happened.
oh, this is the big thing, right? People who don't really do soccer, like they get World Cup's a big deal. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
um, so I'm again, I have a high appreciation for it, and because I have a high appreciation for the art form that is anime,
Mm-hmm.
um, I I want to see it continue to get stuff like this and
Mm-hmm.
continue to grow in ways like this that will continue to bring money to these creators and so forth. Um, Andrew said even small locally owned theaters got it, which usually doesn't happen with anime movies. I usually have to hit AMC, Regal, Cinemark, etc. Now, on that note,
Mm-hmm.
I know that there were some popcorn buckets.
Yeah,
You didn't get one, huh?
I didn't get not a damn one of them. Popcorn buckets, cups,
I know a
like
friend of mine got some
every
collectible cards.
yep. Every theater outlet had something different. A different variation of
Yeah.
a cup, a popcorn bucket. Like everybody was trying to get in on this extra Demon Slayer action. Um I tried like even AMC released all their stuff on their website as well too. And they did it like in two waves. So there was like
Mm,
one wave like when the movie first dropped, and then like after day 2 they did like a second wave. Um Tried to get those. By the time I had added them in the cart, they were gone. Even limited
mm,
them to one per person,
mm.
which is absolutely insane. If you go on eBay, there's plenty of them on eBay because everybody is trying to scalp them now for it.
Yeah,
Um,
of course.
but there was something, it didn't matter what theater you went to, there was a potential that you were going to be able to get, or some places gave some things out for free, some you had to pay for, but
Sure.
anywhere you went, there was an opportunity for you to be able to take some piece of Demon Slayer home with you, which I thought was amazing. Um, Also, talk about like, we talked about people dressing up and going to these movies. When I tell you, the cosplay that we saw of everyone
What
in the
else, Zay?
theater dressed as their favorite characters was absolutely amazing. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is it's been a long time since I felt we've gone to a movie and have actually, really fully have seen that. Probably since the early like midnight showings of movies. Like we go to conventions, so we see it all the time anyway. But
Mm-hmm.
to see everyone coming out in their full cosplays to the movie made things just even more interesting on there. I think we sat next to Tanjiro, like all the main characters. Let me just make it easier for people. All the main characters,
Oh,
like literally, there was a group on each side. I don't know what you just said because I just lost you.
I just say you were having a hard time.
I did.
Yeah.
Um, but it was just to be able to come together. And of course, this was one of those theaters where everything, as certain events were unfolding in the movie, and we knew that was coming not too far out. So I'm gonna hang tight because I know I'm gonna get kicked in a second, and so he can come back in or not. But while we wait for him to come back, um, there was something that, regardless of you being just like a casual fan, a hardcore fan, there we go. Welcome back, good sir.
I'm not sure. I know they said that FB froze, so I don't know. There might be something else going on.
Could be. Looks like right
Cuddy said he switched
now.
over to Twitch, and Frosty said hi, Cuddy. Um, I'm gonna just for the purposes of keeping things.
Where we were.
KB said, I haven't seen this much cosplay since the first Black Panther. That is, if you consider Kente cosplay. I mean, I do if you don't belong in it.
Mhm.
I consider that. I consider that cosplay. Cuddy said, never mind. FB is good. Just a brief freeze.
Mhm.
That Wayne Tech is on one tonight. What happens?
Eh, it's got to play catch up a little
Um,
bit.
we saw some cosplay when we went to see K-pop Demon Hunters in the
Yeah,
theaters.
Got to see a little
Um,
bit of.
yeah, it definitely happens, and I know that a lot of people have been talking about it, but again, you know, Marvel movies have become so regular that I just don't think people dress up
Mm-hmm.
for them anymore. You know what I mean?
Valid.
It used to be that like a Batman movie for a long time, it was so far and few between that you got them, but like you would get it would take a couple of years before you got another one, so people felt like it was an event and they dressed up for it. Marvel's
Mm-hmm.
dropping movies 2 or 3 times a year, every year. It just becomes so normalized that people at most are now like they wear a hat or a t-shirt or
Something
something
right.
like that. You don't generally go full cosplay, and again, you don't have the moments like you used to have because midnight
Mm-hmm.
movies were a totally different thing.
That was a
That the
different beast.
vibes, I will say that is of all the things that are no longer in existence. Like when we talk about like I don't know, physical media going away
Mm-hmm.
and that kind of stuff. Of all the things that existed that have gone away that I miss, midnight movies is the greatest. That is the greatest thing we're missing. It is the
I agree.
largest thing we're missing.
I agree.
It was like we've talked about how like what's really missing from Comic Cons is like tailgating. Somebody would just pull up. This like I'm talking about somebody besides the ice cold water man outside of the Baltimore Comic Con. Like I'm talking about like midnight movies was such a big deal. It was you are the true fans. You are going
Mm-hmm.
midnight, technically day of, but day before. We would go
Uh-huh.
to midnight movies, watch it, turn around, go back to the first showing the next day. Like you knew that the people who were in there, they were the true day ones. The people who went to midnight movies to see a movie, those were your Comic-Con people. Those were the people who would
Yeah.
go to like they were really your people. They were the they said nothing better than skipping school to see a Marvel movie. And we did it every time. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Guess who's not coming to school tomorrow?
Yeah. Any reason
All the
why?
kids. They
Don't
gonna be with me.
don't don't worry about it.
Oh, they sick.
You're probably gonna be there too.
Oh, they're sick. We got something to do. You know what I mean? Zayna said you had to line
Yeah.
up and
Line up.
everything. Get
Dog,
there
that was
like two
back
hours
before.
early and all again
Yo,
because
no
back then
reserved seating.
assigned seats.
It was a free for all. And if you weren't there early enough, you get in that. You hit, listen, you walk in the door, walk down a little
Yeah,
hallway, and you hit that corner, you look up and you just like, damn.
too many people. Hey, bro, you had to be. Listen, Nana said me too. Zay, listen, a midnight movie. You better be in that joint at like 9:30.
The
Like,
facts. They gonna start the line somewhere. It's like, listen, just tell me where you want me to start this
right?
line. I'm gonna stand right here and we gonna be ready to go.
Okay, we used to be a proper country. You right. You're right, man. Listen, great parental priorities. Love it. KB, you don't even understand, though. That joint was like a rite of passage. There's a Marvel movie coming out. X-Men 2 is coming out. You're
Midnight,
not
let's
going to
go.
school. We're going to the midnight. And then we're going back at 11 a.m. the next morning. When we
Prepare
when we get
yourself.
out at 2 a.m., we going home, we getting McDonald's, we gonna eat, we going to bed, and we getting up first thing in the morning, and we going right back. There it is. X2. Like it was real. That's like, I'll be honest. If somebody if they were to do an announcement
Mm-hmm.
that there was a new movie coming out and they were doing a midnight showing, like a real midnight showing, oh my goodness, the way people would show up.
I'm all
People
about
would
it.
show up, especially if they
All
were like,
about it.
no assigned seats. No assigned seats. We're going
We
in.
we
Now
taking
it's
the
like,
experience back. You guys, you gonna experience this out like how things were in the back in the day. Like get here
yeah, like
early.
they're trying to get people to come back to the theater. You have to give people a reason to like really, ooh boy. Like I said, going to Infinity War at 11 p.m. and then again at 2 a.m. in the
Too
same night is
hardcore.
true core. Like, and those were some real tears, eh?
Dog.
Those were some
And
real
just
tears,
thinking
man.
like that experience, like just like in there at like 1 a.m. And when that Infinity War ends, you know, everyone's just like, that's it?
just
Like,
stuck.
what did we miss? We got to go see it again.
Bro, I will never forget coming out of that, like going to see that with the family, coming out of that joint, talking to Sin and being like, hey, we about to go again, dog. Bet I'm gonna meet y'all. And just him meeting me and Zayna to go, like, yeah, we going again. Let's go again. It's like that joint literally felt like getting off a roller coaster and getting back in line,
And get
dog.
right
Like
back
that
on
joint
there.
was the best, bro. Like they don't, there isn't any of that no more. Now it's like,
They don't do it
oh,
anymore.
3 p.m. Thursday, you can go see
No,
it. And it
during the
just,
middle of the day, like, they come.
it's just,
Depending on what it is, we're going to be
it's so
there.
not special anymore. You know what I mean? As they said, I have the picture to prove it. My eyes were swollen for days.
Swollen
That is
for
a
days.
fact. Fact. Yeah, they
But
just,
just like you just said, and listen, Demon Slayer was a whole vibe.
yeah.
That was, you know, it was an experience. I would highly, if you've watched the series, I highly recommend that you attempt to go see this on the big screen. This is one of those that it is fully worth going to see on the big screen. I do believe there have been IMAX shows added because of the fact that Demon Slayer, this movie has surpassed the highest grossing anime movie out there. So,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon was up there, the Ghibli's were up there. Demon
Yeah.
Slayer surpassed itself because that was the first. Like when Mugen Train came out, that did numbers, but this
Sure.
took the numbers and went even further than that. But
It
if you
didn't
can
do
see it in the
K-pop
theater,
Demon Hunter numbers, but it did numbers. Andrew said, I remember
hey,
when I was a para and the girls started wearing the Nezuko mouth guard, and as a nerd, I had to explain what it was from teachers because they were worried. And I get that. I get it, man.
I
It
get
was
that.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah. KB said seeing the actual Infinity cast on the IMAX screen was incredible. Level of detail was
yes,
nuts.
yes,
I hear that too.
dog. And
Dana
it's like
said I might go say I went, not caught up,
all up
but
for the
all for the
vibes.
vibes. Again,
Hey,
I can appreciate it. Like, you know, if you're into it, if it's your thing. Again, if you just even just from a sake, especially if it's your thing, like
mm-hmm.
just from a support standpoint of just going and making sure that they see that the dollars actually matter over here, so they
That ain't
do
matter.
more stuff like that, because
Mm-hmm.
that's what speaks louder than anything else
Mm-hmm.
is what kind of money did it do,
Yeah,
what other movies were out that it, you know, beat
that
or
it
put
went
to shame.
against. The fact that it
Yeah,
went into an IMAX theater, like, granted, right now there wasn't anything that was out that I guess you could say that was IMAX worthy, but just like you said, like it
Rusty
brings
said
up.
I'm with Zane and not caught up, but man, I want to see it. I
Hey,
mean,
let's
again,
get
you could
caught up
do
and
it.
go
I
see
got
it.
like
Let us
Kay
know.
wasn't caught up, but like I said, I sent him the video that was like, look, here's all 27 hours and like 37 minutes. He watched it and had a ball, you know. And now once you
Mm-hmm.
know, it's going back to watch the show to catch up on the stuff that he did, but he got caught up enough so he could go and enjoy the movie because
Enjoy
he
the
didn't
movie.
want to miss, you know, miss the
Being
movie.
in
And
this,
again,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
and
being in
like,
the zeitgeist, having the water cooler moments, and being able to talk about what's going on.
mm-hmm.
Um, you know, I think
Yeah,
those things are so important these days, and we just again, it's not the same, you know, as it used
I
to be.
agree. And I'm just
Um,
waiting now for the next thing. Like during the trailers, we
Realistically,
did
how
get
long do
this.
you think before they announce the next one?
Dog, I don't think they're going to announce the next one probably until sometime middle of next year, and then it probably won't
Okay.
come out at the earliest the end of next year. But I don't even know if they've. I'm sure they've put some work into it, but they haven't been as forthcoming about, hey, we're gonna drop these like every 2 years or like however. I don't think we're gonna end up getting the end of this
Mm.
probably to like 2030 to keep
Well,
this.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, KB is saying 2027, right,
yeah,
for the next part of it, which, you know, again, it's 3 parts, right? So
3 parts.
you'll be looking at 2027 and the final one in 2029 or 2030. It
Mm.
wouldn't surprise me if that's what it ended up being. Um, yeah. Look, I think, you know, just on your recommendation alone, jokes. You know, I don't think there was any way you were going to come out and not be happy with what you saw. But again, like if you are a fan, you should go see it. right? You should spend the money and the time and go see it, and probably spend the
Mm-hmm.
extra money to see it in IMAX. It sounds like it's
If you
like
can
super
get it and
worth it.
still see it, it's worth it. It is 100%
Yeah,
worth seeing it in IMAX.
I dig it. From Demon Slayers to Demon
Mm-hmm.
Hunters. Look, I don't know how true this is, but I can't see this train not being boarded. So the rumor right now is that Huntrix, specifically the Demon
Mm-hmm.
Hunters, are coming to Fortnite.
Do it.
Now, jokes.
Do
I
it.
know you've been playing Fortnite recently
Yep.
because they pulled the trigger on that thing you need, which was Power Rangers.
The Power Rangers, and we had talked about that, and I was like, "Oh damn, y'all!" I was like, "Okay, let's do this."
Um, KB did say that that's what they communicated was the expectation was
Mm-hmm.
like 2029 for part three, 2027 and then 2029 for part three, which again makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, jokes, listen to me. I'm not gonna play Fortnite.
I
It's
know
not
you're not.
happening. However, they might get my money anyway, though. It just here's the thing. It just depends on what they do and how they do it. So
How to do it?
the
Mm-hmm.
thing about K-pop Demon Hunters is that it is such a phenomenon
Mm-hmm.
on so many fronts. For all intents and purposes, it tickles the anime fancy. It tickles the
Mm-hmm.
action fancy. It certainly tickles the music fancy, right? So like it is something for adults. It is something for kids. It is like it kind of just encompasses all things. And if they put it in Fortnite, they gotta put some kind of K-pop like the dances from
It's got to be
some
in
of the
there. Some
songs.
of the
They gotta add the music, and they could put the music, the
in the
songs
festival
into the
stage.
actual in the
It's
stage
listen.
festival.
It's the perfect collision of these two things to the T on there. You have some type of hey, listen. You have some type of story, whether it's rehashing some of the movie, in the Fortnite world to be able to
Bro,
do.
all they have to do is let them ride in on the Derpy Tiger, bro. All they gotta do is drop into the world on the Derpy Tiger. Like that's it's over. Or
dog, dog,
just
you gotta say the honeymoon.
jump out of the broken plane.
Dog, they gotta say the honeymoon. That's how you start it in the season. That is how you do it.
Bro, listen. I don't know if you saw Lollapalooza, but Twice came out, did
Mm-hmm.
their show at Lollapalooza. You know, these Bama's had a drone show at the end. They came out and sang songs from K-pop Demon Hunters and had a
And they did.
drone show
I saw the
that
drones.
replicated the Han Moon, bruh. Come on, dog.
That was so clean.
It's ridiculous. It's just it's ridiculous. So like there's zero part of me that doesn't Epic making that happen. Like just
Agreed.
they 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 got to make that happen. Like I when the rumor hit, I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. The weapons
Yeah,
are right,
that is.
the characters are right. It's just I don't think they cannot. Um,
Nope.
see right there, it's like I said, where we landing, boys, and then how it's done starts playing straight up, like just
If anything,
it
that's an
can't.
emote.
It's
Hit that joint as
so
soon as you
hard to
as soon as you
miss.
hit the ground. Hit that emote.
Bro, they gotta have an emote with them eating ramen, dog. Like, stop playing with me, bro.
Hey, listen, they
Just
have. Oh, listen, you have all
device
three of them. They
itself.
can have all three different ones because they have that with like the Power Rangers. So
Mm-hmm.
the Rangers got to do their pose. So like all five Rangers get together and they all do the pose that they do. They can easily do
Right.
that same thing with them in there as well too. Listen, they can add the Saj Boys. Like listen, I'm talking way down the road at this point if they do it, and
Now
you
they
just
can have
have them
all five of them.
hit the sound and just hit the pose. Like
It's too much, dog. KB, you
yeah,
definitely
bro.
have to watch this movie. You definitely have to watch this movie. It is.
Take it
I'm
from
gonna
the
keep it a
dude.
buck. It's the best movie that came out this year.
As of right now. Take it from the dude that took forever to watch this junk and now is completely corrupted by it. That is me.
Facts. Facts. Very, very corrupted. Yeah, it's Frosty said, "Let's do a K-pop Demon Hunters watch party." I'm in. I'm down. Say word. Say when.
That's
We
it at
still
this
have a
point.
movie of the month we got to get to. That's the whole but we'll get there. But I'm down. We can do it. I'm down for a watch along and a sing along. KB said
Yeah.
I'm in.
Check
All
all the
right.
boxes. Check all the boxes on that.
I say we all right. Let's just plan it out. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen before the year is out. Maybe before Halloween. We'll see. Um let's see. Zayna said watch it
Find your local
and
K-pop
then find your local K-pop expert, which in some of y'all's case might be me, which is bad. It's like real bad. Um Jokes.
Yo.
Speaking of Fortnite,
Mm-hmm.
how is the whole like how
The thing,
how are things going? You're
these are it's going pretty smooth. Like, listen, I'm
mhm.
trying not to give them the money to get the Green Ranger and the White Ranger. So I'm playing through the Battle Pass. It's been live now, what, 2 weeks? I think 2 weeks probably.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
it's 100 levels to the Battle Pass. I'm up to level 40. So,
I don't think it's gonna work out, buddy.
oh no, it doesn't end until November. I'm finna have the Green Ranger and the White Ranger. But listen, if
We got stuff to
if
do, dog. We got
if by
stuff to
some
do. We
chance,
don't have time for you to be doing that.
hey, listen, I'm getting them without paying. But if for whatever reason I don't get close to, I don't get to the end goal, they're gonna get my money out of it so I can just pay for the rest of the battle pass and unlock the green and white ranger on there.
Oh, just pay for the battle pass, bro. How much
No,
is the
I
battle?
know I
How much is
have the battle.
I'm just saying,
I
just
got
pay for the characters. How much is it?
right. No, right now if you got to put the extra to get to the rest of them in the battle pass, like an extra like $40 or $50 for it. Like the main rangers are not the problem. They're in the store. They're purchased. That's not the
Jokes,
problem.
all I'm gonna ask you is, are you telling me? Are you telling me that the Green Ranger isn't worth 40 or $50?
Absolutely is. But if I can play through the battle pass and get them without paying the 40 or $50, I'm gonna do it exactly that way. I lied. I probably will give them the money sooner than later. Cause hey, listen,
Jokes,
right?
we have to play Borderlands.
We do.
We have to get good at Ready or Not. We have to practice Rainbow Six Siege. Like, we got stuff to do.
We got stuff to do.
We don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't
Hey,
just
listen,
drop the bread, bro.
I'm gonna drop it, but then I still gotta wait until I can unlock the Megazord. Cause now,
Dog,
hey,
just
listen,
keep
listen,
getting your
listen.
points. Take your $10 gift card that you get every month from getting your little points. You know what I'm saying? On
Yeah, cause I
Xbox
gave him the
Live.
money. I gave him the money for that too. Cause I was like, I need
What
all
you
of it.
talking about? You spent that already?
No,
Look,
those
just
points are
playing
sitting
as y'all
there.
see. We on that. See, now we got to get back on this tag on Borderlands. We gonna have to do it. All right, I said Borderlands too fun. I have it, man. I just haven't turned it on. It's been busy.
Yeah,
It's been a busy weekend slash
yeah.
couple days. I don't have me getting to it realistically till probably sometime this weekend, and
Hmm.
I expect it to take over from. At this point, it's gonna be probably the main thing that I'm playing when I do something that's cooperative. It's probably gonna be that.
Hmm.
Don't just spend the money, man. It'll be all right. All right, man. You know what I'm saying? Then you can say you have it. You won't run the risk of missing it. Because you know what's going to be crazy is if you put in the time and the effort and you get that close and you don't earn it and then you still got to pay for it, because you know you're going to want to pay for it before.
Yeah, but I won't have to pay for as many levels.
I'm
So
just
if I only
saying.
got to pay for like five levels may be like $10.
All right, jokes. Good luck.
But you're right,
You know what I'm
because
saying?
I've been playing too. Because I've been bouncing between that and the Dragon Ball Jump Gekishin Squadra, the little
You made that up. I don't even know what you
No,
just said. So what
no,
did you say?
it's Gekishin Squadra. That is what it's called. It's like
All right, prove it.
what's the best thing I can compare it to? What is it's like one of those lane type games where like you're just going down the lane fighting people, like protecting your area. I can't think of the name of the
Like a MOBA?
there you go. That's exactly what it is.
Yo,
Couldn't
you're
think of
playing a MOBA
Yeah. Agile's kind of
because
cool
it's Dragon Ball?
because it's Dragon Ball. Like I've never really played it, but when you take Dragon Ball
On
and
your
put it into
phone.
the mix, it's on the phone, the Switch, and PS5. So I've mostly been playing on PS5. But of course, it's cross play. So if you start in one place, you can pick up one of your other systems and keep playing it
Oh
on
yeah.
there for it.
Andrew has a question for you. He says, and speaking of Power Rangers, what's your thoughts
hmm
on this Ninja Kids miniseries that's coming out with those Power Ranger suits?
I think it's pretty clean. Like they have put tower defense. Good luck. Um, they've definitely clearly put some money behind the project. The suits, they look like the OG suits, but a little more detail has gone into it.
OG
So
as in
you
Mighty Morphin?
Mighty Morphin. So it's a Mighty Morphin series. Um, but the suits have a more
But
just updated
kids?
design. Just updated design. They made a project some years ago that was moderately budgeted, so it wasn't like this super crazy one. Like what they've done now, apparently they've raised a good amount of money to be able to really create something very fruitful to be able to be put out there. But I think the suits look clean. I haven't seen any of like the action or anything just yet. They've been kind of trying to keep things as tight knit as they can without spoiling a lot of the stuff. I have seen like the Goldar, there's Lord Zed. Like the first thing they're doing that I have never seen, Lord Zed is fighting the Rangers. I think Lord Zed has maybe hit a Ranger with his Z staff, but Lord Zed was out there fighting Rangers. So I was like, okay, this is kind of a different little twist on things, but
And
I'm
what is
interested to
this?
see what they
What are
do.
we doing?
It's like a fan project would be the easiest way to say it. It's a fan
All right.
project that's got good it has a decent budget behind it. I haven't seen who's financing or anything like that, but it looks like it. Almost think of Superpower Beatdown. It's kind of like, but they're only just doing Power Rangers. I think it'd be the easiest way to say it.
Okay.
That type of thing.
Okay. Hmm. Is somebody gonna step in and be like, "Y'all can't do that," and like shut them down?
I don't think so. I feel like because there's so many fan projects that have been greenlit that have been online that I think I don't think they care as much as long as hey, Power Rangers is getting the notoriety out of it. It's not like Nintendo that they see it and they're gonna be like, you ain't doing that.
Right.
Um, because even when someone did that whole dark Power Rangers thing, they didn't even go after that. So I honestly think as long as it's doing justice and bringing eyes to the Power Rangers name, I don't think we'll see Hasbro or any of them jump out there like that. So, um,
Okay. Saban doesn't still have control over the Power Rangers.
no, it's Hasbro.
I mean, I knew Hasbro had like overall. I don't know. I guess they paid him out, but that's okay.
Yeah,
Um,
Saban sold them, like they
I don't
bought
like
them
that.
back
Why I
and
don't
then
like that?
sold them
Because
again.
you know what? I don't want to get into this. I'm not getting ready to do this. I'm not getting ready to start arguing about what Hasbro does and doesn't have, what they do, what they have already, because that's crazy. Um, I sent you a text the other day
hmm
because there was a leak a few nights ago, specifically about the pricing for the new Xbox handhelds. Andrew
hmm
said, I think it's sponsored or backed by Playmates or Hasbro.
There you
Hasbro
go.
will
So
back.
if it's
Which would be
sponsored by
crazy.
either one of the two of them, clearly that's not getting pulled. So if they have that backing, that's pretty clean.
And they must intend to sell something around it then. Like, there's no reason for Hasbro to back it or for Playmates to back it if they don't have plans for toys or something that they can sell based on it doing well. Like, otherwise, it just kind of wouldn't make sense for them to even bother backing it and putting money into the project if they can't make the money back out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But interesting. So yeah, so I sent you this text and I sent it like, I don't know, it was really late or it was very early in the morning. Um, and you never responded to it, but I know you saw it. And right now, the leak, here's what I've been able to. This is the information I've been able to gather.
Mm-hmm.
There was a leak that the lower end Xbox ROG. I don't know which order they going. I don't know if it's the Xbox Asus Xbox ROG. I don't know what. Anyway, the cheaper of the two joints is supposed to drop at $549, and that the higher end one is supposed to drop at $899, and then supposedly an insider was able to confirm pricing, supposedly through Best Buy,
Mm-hmm.
through somebody that worked at Best Buy that could see on their end that that's where pricing was. And with it coming out in like a month, actually it's a month to the day. I think it's October 16th. You would think by now they would be
Price would be
saying,
out there.
here's what the price is. So even though I think those are probably what the intended prices are, I do think that they're trying to position themselves to have some movement around
Mm-hmm.
what that looks like. Um Doctor Who said jokes don't like to return messages. Nah, jokes just be busy. You know what I mean? Like it's not out of not liking returning messages. It's just, again, it was very early in the morning, and truthfully, it wasn't important. But I knew if I didn't text it then, I was gonna forget, so
You'll
I had to
forget
text
it.
it then. Yeah. Um, from a price point standpoint, what are your first thoughts in terms of if these are accurate prices? What do you think?
Honestly, like for what it is, I don't think those prices are super far fetched. Like having essentially like the power almost of a Series X in the handheld, when you take something like that and then make it portable, it's like the price is going to go up there. Now, me personally, I don't see myself paying that for as much as I would like to have. Like if I'm going to get one of the two of them, I'm getting the better one. But
Sure.
I don't see myself paying 850 for that. Like it'll be cool to, like hey, listen, Xbox has already made everything in Xbox. So it doesn't really matter which device you can get it virtually anywhere, but to be able to have this which is dedicated as essentially another Xbox handheld console type of thing, it's cool. I
For
just think
sure.
850 is just
Eight ninety
you have
nine.
dog 899 you've passed both the home consoles. Yes, you
Sure.
can hook it up to a
You
television.
passed
You
you
can
passed
still
the
utilize
you
it.
passed the PlayStation 5 Pro.
You can do all of that for it, but 900 for that. Clearly, like it's aimed specifically at those groups that just love to be able to have those games on the go. Like remember back in the day, it was like, you know what? I just need my console and get that screen that I can just hook up to it and call it a day. When you add two of
Right.
those in the console together, you come about to that in that price round depending on which one it was you got at the time. So the price wouldn't surprise me being at 899, but at the same time, it wouldn't surprise me if we end up seeing that thing be like $1,000.
I mean, I do think $1,000 is pushing it. I think that for an
Mm.
introductory product that doesn't have, look, PlayStation having a PlayStation 5 Pro that is $800
Mm-hmm.
now, right? I mean, that's not even what it was introduced at, right? It's gone up. But the PlayStation name, like when you buy a PlayStation console, like you know what you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
So the value proposition for that product is a known quantity.
Mm-hmm.
The value proposition of what this Asus ROG Xbox version of the Ally, like people who have a ROG Ally seem to love it. Like they seem to
Mm-hmm.
enjoy it and really think it's a strong machine. The reviews that are coming in from people who had a chance to play this new machine at like Gamescom and stuff like that are all mostly on the good side of things,
Mm-hmm.
right? And as Microsoft continues to push the cloud side of thing and everything is an Xbox and whatever, this would be maybe a premium way to get it if
Mm-hmm.
you don't have some other way to do it. But again, for me personally, I don't generally game on the go. I
Mm-hmm.
game when I get where I'm going, but I don't game on the way there. It's just super rare for me. From a price point standpoint, I mean, I would say that the pricing is probably about right for what they are and for what they do. If you compare them to any other machine that's out there currently,
Mm-hmm.
like has their own handheld, there than a Switch 2, and Switch 2 is the same price as the lower base one, right? I mean, it's $500,
Mm-hmm.
550 or whatever for a Switch 2. Clearly on this you don't get Nintendo games, but again with them announcing today that like even their PC OS is now aggregating all of your Steam games in with everything
Mm-hmm.
else that you have with Xbox, it's kind of like, well, this joint plays everything.
Yep.
It's not just, and I think that's what is going to end up making the difference. To me, it's really more of it just being a matter of time before they update what the current Xbox OS is on the current console sitting under your television to carry the same OS
Mm-hmm.
where you can have Steam games and your Steam library show up on your console. Because the reality of it is, at some point, that's where you have to go. And we've already had the conversations that that's clearly the direction that Microsoft will go with whatever their next actual home console is.
Yeah.
If their next console goes under your TV and doesn't play all your Steam games and all your like your or like if it doesn't do that, why would you buy one of those when you can buy something else
Just
that
buy
is
that.
made that has that OS that does like it doesn't make any sense. So they got to be going that direction, which to me means at some point they have to update the current OS that's already
Mm-hmm.
on the Xbox to be able to do that. And you're gonna have to allow Steam games to run on an Xbox. And if you can figure out the architecture to make that happen in a handheld, you certainly should be able to make it happen in the
And the
console that's
console.
sitting up, right? So the question that I have is at those price points, and I understand part of what you're paying for is the quality you're getting combined with the portability you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. But at some point, you gotta go, all right, what is the greatest reason for anybody out there to buy an Xbox versus buy anything else?
Anything else?
PlayStation, a Switch. It's because you can play everything on it. So you kind of gotta go that route.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know that it makes sense to. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it seems like these handhelds are more capable than the Xbox Series S is.
Mm-hmm.
I would think it might be time to like update the S.
Yeah.
Even if you made a more expensive version of the S, that was more portable, or it's time to pare down the X and
Mm-hmm.
make it something you can carry around with you. It just seems like that's the kind of thing that will make the most sense.
Agreed.
Uh, Chronic characters to
Facts.
facts. Just here's the thing. I'm not saying I'm not gonna end up with one jokes. I'm not saying that.
Hey, listen, I'm in the same. Hey, listen, I'm in the same place too.
I'm not saying that. But I am saying I said no, leave my ex alone. Listen, I'm just saying that every other console that they've done, eventually they shrink it down. You get a
Yeah,
smaller
you
version
get a smaller version of it, still more
with the
powerful.
same power. So like, yeah, nah, like you gotta make it. You if you were to do that, if you were to take the Xbox Series X, put it in a smaller package,
Mm-hmm.
same power, add Steam,
Dog. And you know
hot
what
take.
that all and you know what that also does too is because with PlayStation putting their stuff where you can get it on the PC side of things, you're probably going to be able to play those
You can play those
PlayStation
games.
titles on there as well too. So
Correct.
you now have a legit console handheld
Mm-hmm.
that can play Xbox, Steam, PlayStation titles without you needing to mod or hack the console.
Mm-hmm. There it is, right
That
there. Let you play PlayStation games on Xbox. I mean, again, whether they're saying it or not, that is most definitely the thing that Microsoft is aiming for. They literally said, they didn't say we want to make Xbox the best place to play your games. They said we want to make Windows the best place to play your games.
mm-hmm.
All that means is we're putting out stuff that runs a version of Windows that runs the Xbox OS on it that allows you to do Steam and every other thing that runs. So
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of what it is. Like makes Spider-Man on Xbox. That's
Listen,
I
that's
mean
gonna be that's how we're gonna eventually get that to
it's
finally happen.
super likely to happen. I mean, again, the rumors are that next week we're probably getting a state of play and they'll talk about Wolverine. We'll cross that bridge next week should that bridge
Mm-hmm.
get put up.
Need to be
Um,
crossed.
but yeah, look, I mean, again, they haven't announced that those are what the actual prices are, but I tend to lean towards they're probably real.
Mm-hmm.
I think that those price points make sense. It does seem like a bit of an extreme jump from $599 to for what you get in
Right.
terms of upgrade. That does seem like quite the jump. Um, if I could send dancing gifts, I would. I try to do it.
Technically, you may be able to give it a
Um,
shot.
yeah, I mean, those prices seem right to me. If I was taking the bet, I'd bet on that.
Mm-hmm.
$8.99 is to me kind of the sweet spot they need to be. Where like $9.99 is asking too much. You're pressing your luck, and people
Yeah.
would erupt and be like, "What are they crazy?" Like there's just no. I just don't see a world where that becomes a thing. Um, and then it's only a matter of time before they do a deal with somebody else, and then there's somebody else who they also have that's making that
Have a
handheld. And again,
partnership.
they said
Yep.
they're making their own. They just put those. They put that on pause because
No,
tariffs. You know
mm-hmm.
what I mean? We don't know what price is going to end up being like, and
Yeah,
so it
and we had
doesn't
that
make sense for them to
conversation
go manufacturing their own thing and then have no choice but to charge you $1,000 for it.
at that point for it. Versus partnering with someone that is doing a damn good job in that realm, and it's just like
Already know.
you just
Yep.
partner up with them. You scratch my back, I scratch your back, and that's literally
Yeah,
what we
because the
created here.
reality of it is by getting the newer Xbox version of it, you're not losing anything that you had in the old version of the ROG Ally. You're just
Mm-hmm.
gaining the Xbox side of it, the Game Pass side of it, that OS. That's really what you're getting out of it. So I mean, again, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Again, the joint comes out in like a month, and I don't.
Mm-hmm.
899
I
is
don't know.
crazy.
It's crazy. That and with other stuff that's coming out, that's probably
It's
going to be
mostly
put
crazy
on
because I just don't. I don't really have a need to play games. Again, like I'm just not playing on the go.
right now.
I'm
That's my
always gonna
Switch.
opt for the largest screen I can get it on, and like to me, I mean, again, you could do like a pair of X real glasses, and
Mm-hmm.
running on a virtual screen right in front of your face. But even then, how often are you planning to do that versus,
Yeah, just being in
you know
front
what I
of the
mean?
just being right in front of the TV.
Yeah. So, um, we'll see what happens. A couple quick things to jump on really quickly. You have been watching season 2 of Wednesday, right?
Yep.
What are your thoughts so far? I know you're not done yet. Neither am I, but I think we're at about the same place.
About this way,
What are your thoughts so
I'm enjoying it. Like,
far? Okay.
it's when you take a character like a Wednesday, like out of the Adams family, and you try to build a different type of story on it. You gotta. I hate hearing people talking about, "Oh, this is different from like the source material." Like, I'm like that crap is like 60 or
Yeah,
70
not
years
really.
old. Like, I believe there's changes and things that you need to evolve and do with this so this works for what comes on right now. Me, I'm enjoying it. Um,
Okay.
I think
I
it's
haven't
fun.
heard whatever discourse you're hearing about people
Hmm.
being. I haven't heard a
You
single.
haven't heard
I haven't
that?
seen that anywhere. I don't know what you're
I've
talking about.
I've read a
I haven't
couple
come across.
articles about it, and it's.
I don't believe you.
I feel like
I need
this.
links.
You know, you need links. All right, I'll find some links.
I need links. Um.
But otherwise, yeah, I'm enjoying it. I think it's fun.
Okay. Here's the thing. I think that so far it is as good as the first season.
Hmm.
It's just not as surprising as the first season because nobody knew exactly what to expect, and it's super difficult to replicate that dance moment. You
Yeah,
just you kind of just can't do that, so to speak.
you
But
don't get
like,
that right off the break. Maybe a couple seasons
yeah,
in, you may be able to, hit that moment that's just like it just organically built its way in, but you can't just say, "Yo, we have to like create that moment again." That was just a moment.
I'm gonna be honest. If if K-pop Demon Hunters didn't exist, I
Hmm.
think Wednesday would once again be all the rage for the summer. I honestly do. I think that it would be doing. I think way more people would be talking about it. I think that it would still be having moments that people care about, and it be a thing that people are talking about. And I think that people aren't because it's on Netflix, and Netflix, as much as they prefer to push
Hmm.
Wednesday because they have a certain level of ownership over Wednesday that they gave up with K-pop Demon Hunters, you just kind of can't fight what that is.
Facts.
Andrew said new season of Futurama on Hulu started to yesterday. You are correct, and I haven't
Yeah.
tried. I have not. So I have not given the time of day for real to the new King of the Hill.
Hmm.
Um, First of all, hold on a second. Don't be disrespectful, Zane. Extra Life Challenge Dash. You gotta donate every time you mention K-pop. No, how about you gotta donate every time I mention K-pop Demon Hunters? How about that?
Dog.
How about that? That sounds like a good deal to me. Um, Frosty,
Of course.
this whole thing with you and Zaina agreeing and
You don't
you
like
and
it?
Kay agreeing, this is a
Oh,
problem.
that's scary. That's
You
scary.
gonna have to, yeah, like you know what I mean. Like something has happened. And I don't. What? Hold on. Zaina said that's not how that works, but it can be how that works. That can be
Oh
how that
no.
works. I don't understand what you mean. It can certainly be how that works. Every time I say it, you make a donation. Every time
That's
I have to,
backwards.
every
That
time I
that
have to,
that's
what you mean?
no. That's backwards.
The tables have turned.
That's backwards.
That's what she means. If you read it the way it's written,
I
you
did.
don't have
Yeah.
the
No. But
dyslexia necessary to understand what just
no.
happened.
I read it the actual way it was supposed to be. But at the same time, I'm like, that's backwards.
I know that was the whole point. All right, so listen, we were saying thank you, but see how they treat you. See how they treat you, jokes. See what I'm saying? Good job, Scrappy. Um, Extra Life. That's coming up real soon.
That's coming up really quick.
We're putting our plans together. We had a good long conversation last night about Extra Life. We're still solidifying what will probably be the final games on the list. But invites and so forth will be going out soon, or you'll see links going up soon, so you can join the team, stuff like that. For those of you who want to do that, since we brought that up, there's a new trailer we need to look at. Jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try to run this down because there's a discussion that I feel like needs to be had on what I think might be getting ready to be
Problem.
like the third best thing that happens this year. I was right, listen. Squad.
No one is safe.
Ghost as a zombie is crazy, dog.
That's kind of crazy. Like,
Finally, the battle they will sing about for ages. This is not the night we fought!
Hey, yo, Blade Moon Knight is crazy.
it's crazy. It's crazy. Man, Spidey was Stormbreaker.
Marvel Zombies, rated TV MA, streaming September 24th, only on Disney Plus.
Four episodes, all streaming
Only
that
4.
day. It's a wrap, dog.
Dog, it's gonna be. That is going to be. Oof. Nope. Nope. Wayne Tech. Yeah, there we go. Saw that coming. Let's see how long it takes for. There we
Jokes.
go.
Almost made it, dog.
Almost.
No, they can't mess this up, dog.
Dog. Marvel Zombies is going to be absolutely amazing. It's super crazy. Like obviously from the comics, but literally there is Avenger like literally the whole entire Avengers minus like 4 people are all zombies. And then you throw Thanos in the mix. It just sounds like total ludicrous.
How do they win,
It's
Jokes?
go I don't know. It's gonna be
How do they
some
win, Jokes?
Ant-Man can't do nothing funny because he's a zombie. I feel like this is gonna be one of those things like whatever universe this is, like this universe is just 100% just doomed.
Well, it is
It's gonna
continued from the What If episode.
whatever.
Um, it's continued directly from the What If episode. So, like,
Yeah.
if you haven't watched through What If, or if you haven't watched the Marvel Zombies episode, technically episodes, because there
Yeah.
is a through line, where at least Wanda as a zombie shows up in multiple times. But I would highly recommend like going back and getting caught up on What If before this joint drops like next week.
Yeah.
That joint is panning out to be pretty amazing. And I don't know, dog. I feel like they might have one with this. Like I like Eyes of Wakanda was dope. I think this joint's gonna cook that. Just it's the appreciation of like them being like, all right, we're doing animation and we're going full on TV MA. Like let's
Yep.
just
We're
let's
gonna cross
go.
into that realm. And
Let's get
listen,
it.
Deadpool, it's like, hey, listen, folks love the Deadpool, but now let's take some of that comedy out and we just gonna do just straight. We're gonna animate it.
I mean,
And
there's gonna
just
be some
give you
comedy, but yeah, I'm ready for this joint. Anyway, listen, we're getting ready to wrap the show up. In a couple weeks' time, we will be at StellarCon in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, hosting panels and the cosplay contest. So, by all means, if you're coming out, say what up, hang with us. It's an after party. It's a single day convention, but there is an after party. And there's one thing we do. It's after party. It's party after. Um, again, we have Extra Life coming up. You'll see links and so forth for that. Again, for those of you who want to join the team, that is incoming. We have Baltimore Comic Con coming up middle of next month. We were asked by some folks tied to the convention. So Baltimore Comic Con for years, it was a regular thing for them to do a huge picture with like all the cosplayers on the steps in front of the convention center. They haven't done it for the past couple of years. They have decided this year to bring that back. We have been asked if it's okay with us if they take a moment during that to do a moment of silence for Sin. So of course I was like, well, yeah, you know what I mean, for sure. That convention was one of the first conventions to like literally email us, reach out to us when Sin passed, and so it was like, yeah, let's do it. So we'll be there, and we'll be at that for sure. Also, just like a word of advice, if you are planning to come to Baltimore Comic Con and you are planning to drive in, and you currently don't have plans to stay in the area, let me just give you the heads up now. Once again, the Baltimore Marathon is happening the same day as the Saturday of Baltimore Comic Con. So parking will be atrocious. Traffic will be atrocious. So make sure you plan for it. Heather said I'm volunteering to be more CC this year. Awesome. We will definitely see you.
Dope.
Yeah, so plan accordingly. I know that there were some folks I know who were kind of in the air on whether or not they would get a room and stay for at least one night or the other. I'm like, well, if you're gonna do it, Friday night's probably the night to do it because getting up and getting through traffic Saturday morning with that marathon cranking is going to be a problem.
It's gonna be a problem.
Typically, they would do the photo shoot on the steps on Saturday, and they have specifically chosen to move it to Sunday so that they could avoid the marathon and people not being able to get there in time and that kind of thing. Frosty said, well, I guess I need to change my plans. Was gonna just do Saturday. Yeah. So yeah, it's I don't know how it keeps happening. It seems to happen much more often than it used to. But yeah, the marathon that runs right through the city and cuts off literally the streets right in front of
the main street. Yep.
They just, I don't know how you have such a huge event that's happening at the convention center and shut the streets down in front of it for a marathon, but that's how Baltimore cares. So, just again, word of advice: if you plan on coming in Saturday, might want to stay Friday night to make it easier. All right. Having said that, Jokes and I have a little something we need to record for Patreon when we get out of here, so we're getting ready to do that. Problem is, rooms are like 2:30 at night. Well, here's the thing.
Depending on where you're looking at, because
It does depend on where you want to stay. That's one. Two, it's probably just going to go up because again, they know that people are staying for the marathon
for both.
and for the convention, which also means parking is going to be
Parking's gonna suck.
It's going to be disgusting.
Hopefully,
So
there's
just-
no game or anything that weekend either that we don't know about just yet. Because if that happens,
you're right. I was going to be disrespectful for a second, but I'm not going to do that. Only one bird that really matters. So we're getting ready to get out of here. Before we do that, I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us tonight. It's always super special to have you here with us because again, you could be anywhere else doing any other thing. And even if you're doing something else while you're hanging out here with us, it means the world. And I'm super happy to have you here. That's just jokes. I don't want to make it sound like I'm the only person who's thankful. It's not true. Jokes is too. You guys are super, super important to us, and we're super happy to have you. Let's see. Frost said, all right, I'm gonna go to jokes. And me and Tatiana will ride together. I'm good. Sounds like jokes getting left. Heather asked, will light rail work out then? I mean, I'm sure light rail will work. It's just that where the light rail drops you and getting from where the light rail drops you to the convention and or how packed the light rail will be because people may be coming in specifically to go to the marathon or participate in the marathon. Like it could be any number of things. Price wise, light rail shouldn't change, but you know. And I said, we're glad to be here. We're glad you're here too. All right, jokes.
Yeah, there.
Tell the people what I need them to hear.
Remember, y'all, just because you have a well thought out plan doesn't make it a good idea.
With that, we're out. Toodles and lose.